All right, guys, so today we're going to finish up some things on the Blue M5. Now, a lot of you don't know, I actually sold the Porsche this weekend. The Porsche's been with us for about 3 years, but it was kind of taking up room in the shop. I would like to go buy some more cars and do a lot of things for the channel coming up. Something else I like to buy is a brand new truck, but we're going to see. Maybe after this car is gone, maybe we'll decide to do that. I've really kind of gotten back into the buying and selling stuff lately, and especially making the videos on it. But the problem is really cool stuff is very far away. And with their Toyota Sequoia at the moment, it's getting a lot of miles on it. And it kind of makes you wonder every time you go out in 9-10 hour trips, if it's going to break down or not with the trailer. So I'm not sure. That's coming up. We'll keep you posted on that. What we're going to do today on the M5, we have a list of things that has to be done to this thing. Number one, we got to take both back wheels off. We need to, I cannot get a factory wheel for this car. We need one. Cannot go in here quick enough. We're going to have to grab a wheel off the wide M5 for right now. This car is a cracked and bent wheel on the driver rear. Shit. I have to look again. Driver's side rear, I believe. And we cannot let that go. We have our new tires here for it. We're running these. These are those not hand cook. What the hell am I talking about? These are Awatsu. These are made by Falcon. And these are the performance tires, FP8000s. We use these in everything. They do very, very good. Everybody's like, you have to put Michelin Pilot Sport, Super Sport 4. Those are dry weather tires. Those are not, if you get caught in the rain of those, you are in deep, deep trouble. Also, all the ones, the white cars I was on it right now, they're dry rotted horribly. It seems like those performance tires like that dry rot very quickly. It's almost like a foam type material instead of rubber on the tread. And we see the same material that's on belts, dry belts now. And I don't know. This is my preference. They've done fantastic handling, traction, everything on the rest of the cars. My last M5 had these. All the cars here had these. So we're going to run these. We have to do rear control arms in this car. We finally got the right ones in. That's super easy to do. We have to do our valve cover gaskets. We finally got the NGK Romadium, some kind of new plugs they got out. Put those in there. That kind of goes hand in hand. Also, we need to do one, if not two more power steering lines. I noticed that stuff's dripping on the floor, and I can see where it's dripping from. It's just, we're going to have to do that. There's no getting around it. We still have one in the package that's brand new. We are unfortunately going to have to snag the other one off the white car, which the engine's out, so it's like 2 minutes to take it off. Once we do that, this car is basically ready. Now, tomorrow is the day we're taking this to the professional alignment shop, not some tire place, not some nonsense. I have a guy that does only front end alignments. He has a shop close to us, and he has a very high grade tire balancer and tire machine. So we're going to take the tires with us tomorrow. We're going to take those, for you to be today probably, and let him do that and let him correctly align and balance everything. These tires we got are good to 180 miles an hour. The car will go faster, I know, but unless you spend $2,000 on a set of tires, you're not going to get tires rated for over 200 miles an hour. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to drive anywhere close to 180 miles an hour, right? It's not that way. If you buy this car and you want to drive it 200 miles an hour everywhere, you think you can, you live to tell about it, you need to change tires, right? But if 180 is not good enough for you, I don't know what to say anyway. We do not want to sell this car with these tires that are on it are garbage. And the alignment's garbage. It got aligned with old control arms that were bad, and it is out of whack. So let's get started. All the tread over here, none of the tread over here, boys. That's the BMW legacy, isn't it? There's a reason why you see all the BMWs for sale at 100,000 miles, because everything's worn out, right? So our goal here today is to replace everything that's worn out. Our goal since we got the car, so somebody could drive it to 200,000 miles. That's the situation. Brake rotors are factory. They're not bad. They got a little bit of a lip on them. Somebody's done the pads. Not bad. These rotors are insanely expensive. They're about $1,300 for 4 of them. Will that make it to 200K? Probably. More than likely so. So let's grab a couple 18 mil wrenches. Let's grab our impact. We'll zip that arm right out. Undo the wires. Get up in here. We got to hold it on the left side by the strut with the non-ratcheting wrench. Gotta go in here with this. If you have the E60, if you have a E39, if you have a E53, 3 Series don't have these, and you have not done this, you are losing out. This is what wrecks your rear. This is one thing that could wreck your rear tires. The other thing is the lower ball joint on these. I'll be honest with you, the lower ball joint, this is not common to go out at all. For this upper control arm, it is very common. There's a 21 mil. We are done. I want to do this in live time to show you guys how easy it actually is. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what'll happen, yeah, that's totally smoked. The bushings on here are nearly solid. They never go out. But once this ball joint starts to go, it'll get play in it, and it'll cause your back tires to cock in at the top and just eat the inside of the tread off. So let's grab a new one and put on this bad boy. We have here some Sidem upper control arms. These are made in the EU. These are made in Belgium. I think these were 73 bucks. That's probably loud in the mic, sorry about that. 73 bucks for 2 of them. There's a nice build quality to it. Look at that. There again. This is driver's L for driver's left. Driver if you're in the United States. You're gonna put the ball joint in first. Jesus. There we go. Ball joint in first. We'll put our finger, the nut on here. We're gonna grab our bolt for the back, reinstall. It's literally, it nearly takes longer to jack the car up and take the wheel off than it does to do these. Now I understand a lot of you's not gonna have a 21 mil ratcheting wrench. That's kind of a luxury, tool, I would say. You know, to have that type of stuff. Not everybody's gonna have that. I understand you get those big sizes and they are expensive as hell. But holy crap, for jobs like this, guys, where you can't get the impact in there, this is the way to go. All right. That. Probably what? There it is. All right. There we go. She done. She done. To put this back on, we do not need to hold it. Bring your 21 millimeter. Crap, hit the button. Gonna spin. Gonna spin, is it? We'll take a hammer, tap it in. every time you try to do something, quickly, look, I'm gonna do this live feed. Not live feed, but real time. On camera, it's a bitch. Anyhow, that's how you put it in. It's installed. We're gonna snap this back on. That is an Allen key, and this one I'll get an Allen key and use that 21 ratchet. We'll tighten this up and we're done. All right, second side. Same way. Already took the ball joint out, using a 10 mil to hold it. And we end up using the same nuts as the factory control arm. We did not use the new nut because the new nut was some kind of weird locking mechanism where the nut's like oval. I've seen that before. And you tighten it up, but it kept spinning, so I just took it off. We're gonna strip out the new control arm Allen head. So we just took the old nut and put it back on it. So there's that. One of these is already popped on these electronic or wire holders. Okay. That's out. Should both out. And look at this. The other one's actually a little bit worse, but we're just gonna go back and reinstall our brand new one. So take this nut off. We don't use that because it's like squished. You can see a little bit. It's oval. Whoa, whoa! It's actually oval. So it makes the nut lock itself on there, but the factory doesn't have that. So why does aftermarket think they need it? And like I said, we're starting to strip this out with the other one. So I just took that nut off, use a factory nut, put it right back on there. And there's actually zero issue with that. It went on correctly. All right, like that. There. Arm up from the camera so you guys can't see anything. There's that. Back on with this. And then let's see if that put the factory nut on there. And you should, on a new one, you should be able to use the impact. And bang it in. So like that. That's the way it should go. Tighten this up. All right, you ain't gotta watch this. Tighten this back up. We're gonna switch these wheels after that. This is the one off the white parts car. This is Michelin Pilot Super Sport. Was it A plus AS3, A plus, what the hell? Something like that. This one actually isn't that rotten. These tires have a date code of 2017, but the other ones are very rotten. Like, I don't know, man. It seems like this Michelin stuff don't last very long. Almost every M5 we got in had Michelins on it. And even if they aren't, but a couple years old, they're just rotten, like dry rotted, real bad. This tire is brand new. Michael replaced this in the blue car. We're not going to use that tire because we have to have stuff that matches. And yeah, so that's it. Let's get it put on the blue car. So tomorrow we just get all taken right back off. A-S3. I don't know, guys. I mean, I was never a fan. So, okay, a lot of you are saying, Nathan, what are you doing? I'd run those tires, no problem at all. You can run these on like a Honda Civic and not die. You cannot run this car and not meet an early death. Not only that, this one's not as dry rot as the rest. It's just, the tire is just hard as a freaking rock. So, pretty much my knowledge of it is, are they going to be flat spot up and sitting forever? Yes. Are they going to spin like you're driving on ice all the time? Yes. And those two things you have to look at. Are they going to wobble at high speeds? Yes. Just not good enough for what we want here, right? And what they had on the front of this car, get a little closer look, they had a Cooper, and I was never a fan of Cooper. I sound like Negative Nancy on tires. I've had a lot of tires in my days, boys. A lot of cars, a lot of tires. These are Cooper RS, what the hell is it? RS3-S. So basically it's Cooper's version of the Michelin Pilot Super Sport. would be my guess. What is the speed rating on this bad dog? This is Y. So what was Y? 150. W is 179, 180. So these aren't as good as the ones we got over there to put on. And this guy right here, which is what everybody uses in California. Dwayne, if you're watching this, good buddy Dwayne, he can tell you all about Michelin tires. He runs them out there. You can do whatever you want. We're not gonna be hard on Dwayne for running Michelins. And this was, let me see how these are Ys also. So these are 150 mile an hour tires. So we're definitely upgrading. These have pretty firm sidewalls for handling wise. The cheap tire, you could just go like that and it's just like Jello. So they do very well. But like I said, these are $550 a set. Michelins that are probably as good, if not worse, are about $1,000 a set.